Hello, my name's Lindy Cowling and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I would like to make a short video called In the Name of Love. And if we start at the very highest level of frequency, the highest level and deepest level of expression of love and what love is, then it's everything. Because love is the consciousness, the deepest and highest level of consciousness that we are comprised of, if you like. What do I mean by consciousness? I mean the essence, the mist, the energy, the awareness, the spirit that we are left with when everything else is stripped away. When you strip away your body, which we express consciousness through, when you strip away the mind, when you strip away belief systems, when you strip away programming, when you strip away everything that's happening in your life, no matter how wonderful, no matter how challenging, no matter how chaotic or traumatic, when you strip everything else away from what your personalities believe you are and the limitations of what you believe you are, what you're left with, is love. And starting from its highest expression, it is everything. And sometimes that highest expression of love, you can experience that. It can be triggered within you by your interaction with other people, various connections with other people that sometimes trigger your energy field, but more deeply and more so, they will trigger something within the soul or trigger something within spirit, a spiritual connection. And it will give you the grand remembrance, the grand reawakening, the remembrance of the essence that you are, the true being, the divine being you are. Which is the energy of love, it's the consciousness of love. And there are various ways that we are given the opportunity to rediscover this, more so now than ever before. But we can rediscover it, like I say, from connecting with other people. We can rediscover it through creative endeavors. We can rediscover it through life challenges and life changes. We can rediscover it through animals. We can rediscover it in, well, there's no limitations, in a number of ways. And on that path to almost stripping away everything around you and coming back into that realization of the consciousness of love that you are, on that path you can experience moments of what literature refers to as enlightenment, what some people refer to as peace, and what some people refer to as bliss. And at first you may have only one or two of those episodes, of those moments. And because you've never had them before, or you don't remember having them before, because you have that state of almost divine amnesia going on, it will seem amazing to you, magical to you, wonderful to you, and everything within you will be driven to experience that again. Because it is such a state of total peace, such a state of total harmony, such a state of magical calm, and the awareness, not the knowledge, but just the awareness and experiencing total connection, the total connection with the consciousness of everything. It is wonderful. And when I say experiencing the total connection with the consciousness of everything, when I've had these moments, it hasn't been a knowledge, a logical, academic knowledge of that we're connected to everything on this planet and Earth itself and the universe. It hasn't been that. When these moments have happened, it's actually been more than that. It's been experiencing that. So there has been no separation, no awareness of separation or experiencing separation in those moments. In those moments, I have experienced that like I am the ocean, the grains of sand on the beach, the birds in the sky, the animals, the air, the sun, the moon, the stars, absolutely everything. And I haven't logically thought that. I have experienced it as such. And when I've had those moments, and people have been with me in those moments, they have felt it because they've felt where my consciousness was coming from, and it's reminded them of the consciousness of love within them. And they have felt immense love, immense peace, immense joy, immense calm. They have experienced things becoming very bright. Sometimes they'll move to tears because they are having a reflection or a reminder of what is within all of us, but not just within all of us. It is all of us. It is everything. And so at its very deepest expression, at its very highest expression, love is everything, and it is the purest, most joyful, most magical expression of us, of humanity. And as it filters down through our systems, through the spirit, through the soul, through the heart, and sometimes it gets watered down, it gets filtered down, gets thinned out a little bit with the expression of partner to partner. Some partner to partners, depending on the connection and their state of heart, can experience that bliss with one another. Very profound connections. Other people, it gets watered down a bit, so it's love in a different form, in a form of caring, or attraction, or sexual attraction, or compatibility, or then it becomes sometimes entangled with other things. Sometimes love is lost a little bit in other things like belief systems and structures and other things. And then there's the expression of love for children, the expression of love for animals, the expression of love for something you've created, art, sculpture. There are no limitations to the expression of this love and care. It's just different forms of expression, that consciousness. It's only us within our minds that try and limit those expressions, and that's where it can become very painful for us as humans, because when you try and limit the expression of love, you're trying to limit the expression of your own consciousness. And as we've already established, your consciousness is love. You are then suppressing and compressing yourself. It is a very peaceful and very expansive state that everybody has access to. Some people access this state very early on in their lives, and for others of us it takes a lifetime. But we're not in a race, we're not in a competition, and different people will discover this at different times. What really heartens me is that more people are discovering this now, rediscovering who they are, this consciousness of love, than ever before. And the wonderful thing is that it's a massive catalyst for others. You see, the more we come into the state of consciousness that we truly are, the more that we are a catalyst for everybody else around us, because they can feel that, and they can see that, and they can remember that they are the consciousness of love, that they are everything, that they are actually so much bigger than the human body. They are limitless, infinite. And that takes away all the fear, and it takes away one heck of a lot of the suffering for humanity, because when they have this realization, they realize that they have access to everything, and that in fact they are everything. So what I want to say is, however you express the love in your life, whether it's from the very, very depths of the heart, from the highest of your spiritual potential, whether you're expressing that with a divine connection, a divine partnership, whether you've reached that awareness of who you truly are within and are able to express it at this stage, whether you've experienced enlightenment or bliss, which is all in there, which is all yours, or peace yet, or whether you have all that to come, whether you express your love by taking care of people, whether you express your love, like I say, through the limitless amount of ways that you can and in its different forms. Don't be confused about what love is. Don't get entangled with belief systems and expectations and society. But just allow yourself to come into that awareness and realization that your consciousness, your essence and love cannot be contained. And in fact, the more that you come into that realization, the more that ripples out to the rest of the people around you and ultimately to humanity. It's vastly empowering for yourselves, but it's vastly empowering to humanity. And you see, when I'm talking in this way, when I am very much aware of the love within my heart, you will probably notice that I'm coming across on camera much quieter than normal, much calmer than perhaps normal, much more peaceful than normal. I was going to use the word almost more reverent, and that's not even a word I normally use. But that is because when I'm speaking today, I'm not just tapping into my heart, I'm tapping into the consciousness of all. The consciousness of all love is in my heart, but it's everywhere. It's bigger than me, it's bigger than my heart, it's everything. And so in a way it's not like channeling, but in a way it is kind of like channeling, because all I'm doing is tapping into the consciousness of love, which is all, which is everything. And I hope that by listening to this video and watching this video, that reminds people of the love that they are. And it gives people the courage to embrace that and not to limit that. And to realize when you're expressing love at that level of consciousness, that every single being benefits from that. It's the greatest act of service that you will ever do for anybody, friends, family, humanity, anybody, is to just come into that realization of that within yourself, because that is huge, and that will affect, that vibration will affect every single person around you and in your life. So on that note, enjoy the love you are. Get loved up. Express it. Embrace it. And don't run away from love, because if you run from love, you're running from yourself. You're running from your own consciousness. And you can never run away from your own consciousness. You'll go round and round up your backside in the end. And I say that with love. And on that note, I will love you and leave you. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. And thank you very much for feeling the love. Thank you. Bye bye.